Hey, we want to address another common objection. So in this one, we're going to talk about the common objection of my body, my choice. That I've been in the ministry far less than you as far as this particular ministry, but I've heard that among many as people drive by and actually tend to yell that from their windows as they drive by us. What would you say about that very common objection, my body, my choice?
I mean, maybe you've even driven by and you're the one that shouted, "My body, my choice." That we hear it quite a bit. And it's actually a slogan that we're not too far opposed to. We believe that people, human beings, should be able to do with their body what they choose, and that no external force or influence should be able to force a person to do with their body what they don't want to do, which is actually one of the main reasons that we stand against an abortion, because in an abortion, a baby is forced to do with their body what they don't want to do. And so we're not a group of people who would want to stand against an abortion just because we want to restrict women's rights and we don't want women to do what they want to do with their bodies. We just want to stand for those who are being slain, those who are being murdered, just as we stand for any other people group who are being harmed by another person's body. When another person uses their body to harm somebody else, that's what we call injustice, and what the Bible would speak of as an affront to not only the nature of God, but also to our fellow human beings. And so we want to stand for our children in the womb and support them to be able to do with their body what they want to do. So we would actually say, "My body, my choice" should be maybe the slogan call of babies in the wombs.
Hey, one more thing along those lines. I know as Christians we use the phrase quite a bit, the image of God. Does that play into this at all? How could we speak to people, one, about their own bodies, but then also inclusively about the body within the womb? How does the image of God, the Christian doctrine of the image of God, play into our stance there?
Absolutely. Yeah, we think that not only babies in the womb, but you watching this video, every single human being is made in the image of God. Our enemies, people who disagree with us, people who have different set of beliefs, all people are made in the image of God. And God says right from the scriptures, Genesis chapter 1, but also throughout scripture, James talks about it, where people are made in the image of God. Right. And they're made in the image of God from the moment of conception. Psalm 139, God says, "I knit you together in your mother's womb." He says to Jeremiah, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." And so God takes time and effort and spends in, I think, something that we wouldn't even really ever begin to fathom, how great of a love God has to make human beings in his own image. And so when we destroy this, again, it's not only an injustice to our fellow human being, but I believe this is an affront to God, because God's workmanship, his handiwork, somebody that he has spent some time on and made in his image, is now being destroyed by somebody else who flippantly disregards the creation of God.
I think it's something that would actually, it pushes us and drives us to stand out there against ridicule, persecution, because even the people driving by that maybe have slandered us, we continue to see them and you as people made in the image of God. We value all human life, wouldn't you say? All human life.
Amen. Absolutely.
So, all right, thanks for the time, guys, and hope that was helpful.